What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the politics and BS. And man, when I tell you JD Vance is so full of BS, I just have to play this for you guys. And you may have already heard it, but I haven't talked about it much over here yet. And I just wanted to play these consecutive clips of this clown, this literal sellout for the sake of his own advancement, talking about Donald Trump and the way he really feels about him still to this day. But because he was chosen to be the VP pick, now he's trying to turn the page and say that the story is different and he didn't really know who he was back then, but now that he knows who he is, he feels differently about him today. And it's a lie. This is how JD Vance really feels about Donald Trump.
I didn't vote for Trump. I'm never a Trump guy. I never liked him. It makes you think that at a fundamental level, this is sort of a he said, she said, right? And at the end of the day, do you believe Donald Trump, who always tells the truth? Just kidding. Or do you believe that woman on that tape?
I cannot stand Trump because I think he's a fraud. Well, I think he's a total fraud that is exploiting these people, who is a total fraud.
Like I said, I agree with you on Trump because I don't think that he's the person. I don't think he actually cares about folks.
So, as a conservative who thinks that Trump does not have the answers and isn't qualified to be president, what are you going to do this election, if you don't mind saying?
My current plan is to vote either third party or, as I joke to my wife, I might write in my dog because that's about as good as it seems. But, you know, I think there's a chance, if I feel like Trump has a really good chance of winning, that I might have to hold my nose and vote for Hillary Clinton. Ultimately, I think I'll probably vote third party. I might vote for this new guy who I really like, Evan McMullin, who I actually met the other day. But I think that I'm going to vote third party because I can't stomach Trump. I think that he's noxious and is leading the white working class to a very dark place.
So you hear him say all of that. Can you, anyone, tell me in the comment section, can anyone speak so explicitly about someone the way that he did, and then tell me now that you feel differently about them? Because let's be clear, what he said was clear, explicit definitions of who he believed Trump to be. Not just, I've seen some of the things he said, I don't really care for him. He was very explicit. And you can't tell me that Donald Trump isn't pissed about this now, because let's be clear, he is one of the most superficial beings that exists on this earth. So although he may have been aware before that JD Vance wasn't really cool on him, I don't believe that Donald Trump knew that he said all of the things that he said, even down to the, I'll probably write in my dog versus voting for him if I don't vote for Hillary Clinton. I do not believe that Donald Trump would have picked him as his VP pick if he knew that he had said all of those things that he said. So the joke really is on him, and he definitely has buyer's remorse at this point, because trust and believe, like, JD Vance is a sellout. So this was all for a cost. Now, I'm not saying that Donald Trump literally paid him money to be his VP pick, but all of this is about being a sellout. And so I'm loving this. I'm loving that now he's on this press tour trying to say, yeah, Donald Trump, he's definitely for women's rights, and he would never sign a national ban on what was overturned by the Supreme Court. I'm not even going to name that, but you know what it is. But we know that it's a lie. And whether you're for it or against it, it's just the lies of it all. And so I thought it was really funny to hear him be so clearly explicit about how he feels about Donald Trump. And that's how he really feels in his heart. He still feels that way about him to this day. And that's why it's really hard for him to become likable to a lot of people on both sides of the aisle, as well as he just is not doing a good job trying to convince people that he is a good candidate to be a vice president, period. Now, we already know that he's not. We definitely know that Donald Trump is unhinged and he doesn't deserve to be even able to go to the bathroom in the White House, let alone serve, so-called, because he definitely didn't serve before. If anything, he served himself and allowed his family to become even more enriched. Ivanka and Jared, they benefited about to the tune of $650 million in more enrichment when her dad and his father-in-law, Jared Kushner, was able to be in that office before. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. You can let me know your thoughts about just deranged Vance. That's what I feel like the JD stands for. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Thanks so much for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.